Hey, we are so excited about this webinar. My name is Tina Black, and I'm here with my co-host, Tenita Johnson and DJ Ikeler. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We are all Maxwell leadership coaches. You're going to hear from each one of the coaches today, and we are super pumped because we are starting first time ever a Zoom virtual speakers club. And we're pumped up. You're going to find out a little bit more about exactly what it is. But I want to share with you a little story about why I believe that every single person, potential leader, future leader, anyone needs a microphone. Why? Because you have something important to say. I remember when my business coach slash business partner came to all of us owners, we had owned a franchise at that time, and said, as an owner, you need to become the most inspirational person in the room. And in order to do that, you needed a motivational speech. And I thought, didn't sign up for this. I'm quitting. I'm never going to own this franchise again. Almost left, almost walked out, literally. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to take the challenge. And I did. And as you could imagine, the rest is history. And you cannot get that microphone out of my hand now. My husband always says, give the girl the microphone. And so I want to help you. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Trust me when I tell you this. At some point, every leader must take the microphone. You have something to say. So we want to help you to be able to say that, whether you are working with children, working with adults in a business, own a business. We all have businesses. We all work in businesses. We're in the trenches with each one of you. And trust me when I tell you, you never graduate from this. This is why a speakers club is so imperative, to be around like-minded people, to be able to really, really hone your message, right? Simplify your message and make it count. Now, here's a great self-assessment, because if we're not aware of where we're at, we'll never be able to know where we need to grow. So for you, how would you rate your current public speaking skills? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. Now, years ago, when my business partner told us that we needed to become inspirational, motivational speakers, I was probably a -10 at that moment because I almost quit, remember? Then I took the challenge. Now I give myself probably a 5 or a 6. I know that I'm still growing. I'm proud of myself, how far I've come, but I also know that I want to even go further. And so something like this accountability group and having coaches around me, I know is going to really help me to grow. And those of you that have already signed up to be a part of the Speakers Club, we are so excited to work with you. And we want to give you an opportunity to work with us.
So what we want to talk about in this whole class that we're going to be doing together is the reality that there are 2 secrets to speaking, and there are no natural born speakers. I remember when I was in first grade, it was the first time I ever did a public speech. And my parents have a recording from way back in 1990 when I did this. And I talked so fast because I thought the faster you went, the more you could be heard. I came from a big family. And I had to learn. I've spent most of my career public speaking. And at 40 years old, I'm still learning. I would say on that metric, I'm probably only a 6 or 7 in my mind. I also started about -10, racing through everything. And so I had to learn tools, and that's what this course is going to teach, are those tools that we need. So, for example, all of us start somewhere. If you can guess who we have on the screen, it's a little bit embarrassing.
With the glasses.
Yes.
You can't tell if I ever had hair because apparently I always sunburned and had to wear a hat. But
Wow.
we all start somewhere. And
Yeah.
the reality is none of us are born naturally, but everyone can improve and can get to the point where it does become part of your everyday life. And so you have to prepare. And what this course is all about is learning how to prepare, learning the tools that will help you to prepare.
So confidence is preparation. Everything else is beyond your control. I love the fact that there is a term going around now called Godfidence. It's like you're almost borrowing God's confidence until you can have your own share of confidence. So I like to think in that picture of that little girl that she was confident in her own right at that age of about 5. However, she was not a public speaker yet. I'm like you guys. I'm probably like a 6 or 7 on the scale. My goal is to get to a 10 to nail it every time. But we're a work in progress, right? So everything else is beyond your control. But people also say proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Mm,
So as a speaker, if you want to get better, if you want to grow, you have to prepare.
mm,
Benefits of partnering with us: increased emotional intelligence, improved executive presence. You will definitely improve your verbal and nonverbal skills. When we're speaking, it's not just about what we're saying. How do we show up? What color are we wearing? What clothes are we wearing? How do we speak? Do we speak loudly? Do we speak softly? And also, how are we leaning in? What are we doing with our hands? What are we doing with our neck? What are we doing with our head? And more than anything, it's going to increase your self confidence. I love the fact that as you increase your self confidence, your audiences will go up, and naturally, your prices can go up because you're talking to larger audiences. And finally, the benefits of improving your speaking skills. That there are more than 8, but we just highlighted 8 here. Number one, you improve your research skills. You can use this to advance your career, whether you're in corporate America or you're a full-time entrepreneur. Speaking at some point will become a part of what you do. Of course, you build your confidence. You get to strengthen your critical thinking skills. You exercise deductive reasoning. You get to represent your organization well. So for me, for Tina, for DJ, we are all entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners, but we have to represent our organizations well. So we have to be able to speak well, not just about what we do, but the transformation that we bring to our customers. In addition, you improve your overall oral communication skills, and of course, you expand your network. I can't tell you how many people that I've met, how many people that I'm now partnering with, just because I was speaking at an event or they were speaking at an event, and now we're partnering on some other things. In addition to that, as a book publisher, you most definitely enhance your writing skills and hopefully eventually publish a book, no pressure. You get to advocate for topics that you care about. So I'm also the CEO of a nonprofit for sexual abuse survivors. So I become a voice for the voiceless. You get to develop your leadership skills. You get to persuade or inform others. For me, it's informing others about the trauma of sexual abuse. You get to use your performance skills. I also do theater and I'm working on movies. And you get to expand your vocabulary. You encourage change from your audience. So, from the stage, after you speak, lives should be transformed. People should be made better because they spent time to listen to you speak. And finally, you become a better listener. You become a better active listener because a lot of times we're listening, but we're not actively listening. So, that's the difference.
It's so amazing that you said that as a book publisher, Tanisha, because literally the first book I wrote came from my very first motivational speech. It came
See? Yes.
yeah, the classes. And I would have people say to me, Tina, is this in a book? And I'm thinking,
Yes.
oh, no, now you're going to make me an author. And
Yes.
I was just like, Lord, what are you doing with me from a speaker to an author? And like
Yes.
you said, it really is about Godfidence. It
Yes.
mm,
really is. And he puts that super in the natural and just lining myself up with the Maxwell leadership team and having our coach, Roddy Galbraith, really critique me and to
Yes.
help me to become a better speaker. It was an incredible year that I spent with him and to be able to learn some skills, just like you were saying, DJ, as well too. But you never know, it could turn
Mhm.
into a book. And then you're going to need a publisher like
Yes.
Tanisha to help you.
Yes.
Call
So
Tanisha.
Yes.
yes, yes. So the Speakers Club, I'm telling you, it's definitely something that you want to join and be a part of. And you can join anytime, and it's month by month. And you can also quit at any time. We just kindly ask that you give us 30 days notice so that
Yes.
But hopefully you won't quit and you'll go through all the lessons with us, which we're super excited to be able to give you a little piece of a little lesson that you're going to receive being a part of our Speakers Club. So John C. Maxwell is who we joined teams with. I joined many, many years ago, and Tanisha as well, and then DJ just actually for quite a few years, but just certified recently. And so what's amazing is you'll actually learn directly from John C. Maxwell, and you'll be able to watch videos like this. So please take a moment to watch this video.
I never felt that I became a real good communicator until I had spoken at least probably around 5,000 times. I thought I'm starting to get it now. And so when you look at me and you watch me communicate, you say, oh my God, how does he do this? Here's what I wish. I wish all of you could have been with me when I preached my first message. Here's why. In fact, the thing I don't like about my life now is I've been doing this for a long time and I'm pretty good. And so now people watch me and they think, oh my gosh, it's so easy. Look how he does this. And he's so wonderful. And he's amazing. And they do all this stuff that's not true at all about me. If you would have seen me the first time speak, every one of you would be greatly encouraged. And the thing that I regret more than anything else in my life is I don't have any videos of anything when I was young. Back then it was black and white. In fact, I remember taking my kids and sitting them down one day and said, you know, I want to show you a film of me when I played basketball in high school. So I put it on and my son said, there's no sound. My daughter, Eli, said, it's in black and white. And in 3 minutes, they left the room. And I wanted to say, oh, kids, I was good. I was good. I wish I had some silent black and white film because you would be greatly encouraged. Here's what I know. Most of you in this room, the first time you speak will do better than I did. And I think the sad thing about seeing a person that's where I am now is you see me where I am now, and you didn't get to see how bad I was in the beginning. Does that make sense to you? So I mean, my first book is still out. It's called Think on These Things. It's still in print. I still ask the publisher every once in a while, why is this still in print? 33 chapters, 100 pages. Yeah, you heard right. You're right, Alex. Did he say 33 chapters in 100 pages? My average chapter was 3 pages long. In fact, the lady the other day, Kelly, the lady came up to me the other day and she had it. And she said, I want you to sign this book. I said, it's my first book. She said, I know, I love this book. I said, you do? Oh, she said, I love this book. I said, well, what do you love about it? Oh, she said, the short chapters. She said, I love this book, the short chapters. She said, and then she looked at me, she said, can I ask you a question? Oh, sure, lady. She said, how in the first book did you get so strategic in writing such short chapters? I said, lady, it was my first book. In other words, some of those chapters are 2 pages too long. I wrote like 3 pages and I ran out of gas. I didn't have anything else to say. And I mean, it took me a year to write the book. A year. There's 365 days in a year. 100 pages. It took me a year. For the 100 pages that got in the book, I threw 1,000 pages away. And I should have thrown another 100 away. It took me a year. Think about it. Every 3 days, I wrote a page. That's the book. You have that. Let me bring this up here. Come here. Oh, no, you got the book. Come up here. Come up here. She's got the book. She's got the book. I can't believe it. She's got the book. Huh? Oh, this isn't my first one, but this is my fourth one. The winning attitude. It's got, my gosh, look at you. Not a very big page. Look at this. This is my, yeah, look at me. Oh my gosh, look at me. Kathy, you've read it too, haven't you? Look at this. My gosh, you got it all marked up. Pages are falling out. To Kathy. Why did you read this book? Your friend. Yeah. Thank you, Kathy. Hey, really glad. Welcome, glad you're here. Thank you. What? I wrote that book. I wrote that book back in 1980. No. Yeah, about 82, 83. Now, what I'm saying is the book. I love it because we get coaches all the time writing their first books, and they're all excited. I want you to be excited about. I was very excited about writing my first book. Just wasn't any good, and it's okay. Because now when people see what I've written and what I do, and they're amazed, and I'm saying the only amazing thing is how long it took. That's the only amazing thing. Wasn't that amazing, lady? And I share with them right up front. I said, I want you to understand something. You start off slow. You don't start off big. You don't start off good, but you got to start off. And that's why you start. I mean, when you started walking, you didn't get up one day and say, let's walk a mile. You took a step and fell down, took a step and fell down. When you started talking, you didn't talk in paragraphs or sentences. No. No one even understands you. They say, oh, I think he said something. The grandparents are the only one that can tell you what you said. and I just want you to know, I give you permission to fail. And I give you permission to mess up. And I give you permission to start slow. And if you do start slow, just remember this, when you speak your first time and it's not good, you say, well, at least I didn't do it for 55 minutes. You follow? And when you write your first book and it's more than 3 pages, it gets to be 4 pages in your chapter. You say, I'm 1 page better than John was when he started. Because what you're going to find is, you're going to find that we love you and we value you, but we're going to be very honest with you and real with you, and we're going to help you. But the main thing we're going to help you understand is that everything worthwhile is uphill. And I congratulate you on your uphill dreams. But remember this, the dream is free, but the journey isn't.
Unbelievable. I just love John Maxwell so much. And what's so amazing, a part of the entire training that you're going to have with us it's actually 26 weeks in total of lessons, just like this with John, and also lessons with our speaking coach, Roddy Galbraith. And then you'll also hear from the 3 of us as well. We'll be taking turns leading the process in bi-weekly lessons for 60 minutes. And what's so fun to be able to watch John is I bet that you were so ingrained within his story because he has learned how to speak with presence and how to speak to connect with the audience. And so that's what you're going to learn, the art of how to do that in our speakers club. And so we'll bi-weekly lessons, we'll go through and we'll do the welcome, we'll do group participation. You'll have an opportunity to practice a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute speech. You'll be able to practice in front of us in live time via Zoom virtually. And we want you to practice as if you were doing a speaking engagement, either in person or virtually. And that's the beautiful part about doing these virtual speaker clubs with with us is because many speakers are speaking virtually now. And so it gives you an ability to not only become a speaker virtually, but also to get better at speaking in person too. So we want this to be live so that you are fully participating with us. We only have a small group that we are taking for this first time. And as we mentioned, you can join us at any time through this process. And so that'll take you through what that's all about. And so DJ is going to take us home.
Yeah, we are hoping that you will consider joining us. I just was thinking as John was talking about, you got to start somewhere. And I
Yeah.
just want to encourage you, if you're listening and you think, I don't know that I have communication skills or strengths, all of us have to start somewhere. I was laughing under my breath thinking about the first sermon I ever taught. I was 26 years old. I had a little church plant of about 25 captive audience members, and at about 55 minutes of rambling on, my wife was like this. And I go back and I'm just like, I don't know how 20 years later I've had opportunities to literally speak to rooms of thousands of people. It doesn't seem possible, but you have to start somewhere. And I'm grateful for those days, and I'm grateful for the feedback that I received along the way. And that's what this program will do for you. So we hope you will join us. Again, it's Monday mornings every other week. You can join at any time. And as John said, everything worthwhile is uphill. So take the chance. Start walking uphill with us. We're all still learning and growing, and we're going to grow together. It's going to be great. So if you want to know how you can register, just follow the QR code right here. All the details are there on the website. You can sign up, and as Tina said, you can join us at any time. And we just hope you will. We hope you'll jump in, you'll join us. It's very affordable, it's very worth your while, and it will grow you as a leader.
That's right. We're excited to have you join us.